Like, share, and subscribe. Welcome back to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Yep, Grandpa Sees Blinking. We're going to talk about Tesla and why Grandpa's buying some now. And it's pretty important, and I'm going to do my best to explain it to you here. I've got some pretty big news that I've been acquiring on regard to Tesla that I think is more than bullish, very bullish. And we'll talk about some of the reasons why Tesla is down here where it's at right now too, and this providing us with this opportunity. Okay, let's get at it. So today, the indexes were all down, but Tesla underperformed by a fair amount again. And after hours, well, let's see, what did we close at? We closed at 215.55, bounced up at the prior to the aftermarket. But aftermarket, they dropped it over $2. We're down around 213.30 area. Dropped about $2.20-30 after hours. And it is a buying opportunity, and I'm going to tell you why. Grandpa's been talking about in the fourth quarter of 23, Vanguard picked up another 3 million shares. And I don't know how many of the other Vanguard picked up. They own, I think it's right around 225 million shares. They're increasing their portfolio. They're increasing the number of shares they own in Tesla. There's a reason. Now, I'm going to read off a few names you probably know. I didn't mention them the other day. J.P. Morgan. You ever hear of them? Morgan Stanley. Between the two of them, just recent here, they've snagged another approximately 5 million shares of Tesla. They have increased their holdings of Tesla substantially. The big guys are buying. Grandpa keeps telling you, big money is buying. The market makers are buying. They've been buying for a long time. You've got to believe this. There's a reason they're buying. Goldman Sachs has increased their position by millions of shares. Geode increased their position by over 2 million shares. Let's see, who else we got? I'm going to go back here and read through one of my lists here. There's one that didn't, that I know of, but you got Vanguard, Fidelity, State Street, BlackRock, Geode Capital, Norges Bank, Capital Research. Every single one of them is in Grandpa's research has increased their position substantially in Tesla in the just very recent past. And they're still doing it. They're buying. The market makers and the big money are buying Tesla. They know what they're doing. There's a reason these guys make billions per year. We're happy with thousands of being happy. Some of us be happy with hundreds, but they know what they're doing. Get on the boat with Grandpa. Out of the whole list, the only one that's decreased their position by 1 million shares or so is T. Rowe Price. The only one. And who knows where they sold? Probably in the 250-60 range, and they're probably going to buy them back at 200 when it gets there. I don't know that. But out of the whole list, everybody's increased the positions. Zacks has put a hold on Tesla now. They had a strong sell on them for months and months, and now they got they've changed their tune on it. And that's a good sign for us. Let's see. Today, with the blinking, they were buying at 201 and 203. That's where they're buying at. And you're going to probably see those numbers in our near future here. Very likely. Well, you will see them. I just don't know for sure when. But in our near future, I think we're going to really see them. And they were selling up at 225 and 230, shorting all day. Every time it would go up, they're shorting, and when it goes down, they're buying. That's how they do it. And near term, here's what Grandpa's seeing based on what I'm seeing in my blinking and what I'm seeing. In the near term here, by Friday, maybe even tomorrow, but by Friday sometime, I think we're going to see a bounce into the low 220s, very possible. I think it's just going to be a dead cat bounce where she goes up in the low 220s if we're lucky, and she's going to reverse back down again. That's what Grandpa's seeing. I think we're going to get a dead cat bounce here. And so if you can snag some shares in this 212, 211, 210 area tomorrow, I'd be all over it. That's what Grandpa's going to do. And I'm going to unload some of them in the low 220s or 220 when it gets there, in anticipation of buying more back at 207, 200, 190, 184, 180, and then I think we're going to see into the 170s. Absolutely. In your future you're going to see 284. But that isn't why Grandpa's doing this. Grandpa's looking for 7,000 a share, and that's what's coming. That's what's coming. This is a buying opportunity. What's drug Tesla down here? Well, they cut prices in China. Okay, Tesla reduced prices of their cars in China. And now they've reduced prices of their cars in Europe. And very likely they're going to reduce prices in America. But here's the thing. Tesla is profitable. Their margins are still good. They still have good margins, even if they're a tiny bit less than they were before. At least Tesla's making money on their vehicles that they sell. They're gaining market share. Think about it. Ford and GM and the rest of them, they're all it costs them thousands and thousands of dollars they lose on every electric vehicle they make and sell. How long can they keep that up? And they're not too keen on making them right now in this economy. They can't even hardly give their vehicles away the way it is. And they got tough times. And while they got their tough times, Tesla's making money. Get on board with the guy that's making money. Tesla can lower more and more yet and still be profitable. They are making money. Let's see. Earnings, I think, are coming out on the 24th for Tesla, and they look good from what I'm hearing. Who knows? But they're saying that they're looking good. We could start edging up here towards the 24th with earnings coming. Who knows what they'll do there? And but Grandpa's long term thing here is that within 5, maybe 6, 7 years, and maybe sooner, I'm expecting to see 5 to 7, maybe 10,000 per share. Per share. I know that sounds crazy, but Elon has done this before. When they gave him his first pay package, Tesla was worth 50 billion, and the game plan was to get it to 600 billion, and Elon would earn his shares for compensation. He didn't take a salary, he took shares. He wanted more of his own company. And he achieved that goal in 2.5 years, not 5 years. He achieved it from 50 to 600 billion. And I think Tesla currently is worth about 700 billion, just a little shy of a trillion. And the next game they're going to play sounds like they're going to go for 10 trillion. And can Elon do that? Absolutely, without a doubt. You know, the end of 24 here, when the interest is down, things are going. This country's going to turn around. We'll probably get rid of one or two of these wars, and things are going to look better. You know, Germany being the German plant being closed down for a couple of weeks because they can't ship the boats out because the Iranians and Houthis or whoever are shooting missiles at all the shipping boats. You don't want a bus load of Teslas to sink, that's for sure. My grandkids would not like that one bit. Excuse me. You know, the other thing is, share this opportunity. Where can you go spend $200 and turn it into 7,000 in not that long? I really believe this is coming for us. Share this opportunity. Share Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Like and subscribe. Tell people about Crazy Grandpa. They're never going to find me if you don't tell them, because you know, I'm important to my grandkids, and that's probably about it. And I have a few solid listeners, and we have a great time. But yeah, share Grandpa. I like to be shared now. So okay, well, Grandpa's wound up tonight, by golly. Yeah, I don't know. I always. Oh, what chart am I on here? I'm on the weekly chart. It's a sell signal. Oh, it's a sell signal. Don't worry about it. We got an M here. That M's probably going to take us to 180 or below. You just don't know. But I'm expecting a bounce here. I'm expecting a bounce. Grab some shares. Make your $7-8 per share. That's what Grandpa thinks. Make your $7-8 per share, and then wait and rebuy at 207, 200, 190. You got the drill. You got the drill. You guys are far smarter than Grandpa. Grandpa knows that. It's just that Grandpa stays up all day and all night thinking about Tesla, and even my grandkids, all they talk about is Tesla. I live in a home that, I'm just teasing. Okay, all good things are from the Lord. Lord willing, I'll talk to you sometime tomorrow morning if I wake up again. Bye-bye.